all read a boring book, or not read it. But what makes the difference between a boring book and a really good book? Well, it's the way it hooks you in. So the authors call that a narrative hook. And there's basically 4 types. So the first one is a dramatic action hook, where they start off with action. You're not quite sure what's going on, but you know something's going to happen. So in this book has a great dramatic hook. I'm just going to read you a little bit of that. I'm going to miss the draft. The Hadfield is disintegrating around me. Black arcs of quantum lightning are melting the ship's hull to slag. My spacesuit is screaming 17 different alarms. The lock on this damn cryogenic pod still won't open, and that's the one thought blaring in my head. Not that I should have stayed in my rack and gotten a good night's sleep. Not that I should have just ignored the damn distress call and headed back to Aurora Academy. And not that this is a really stupid way to die. Nope. Looking death right in the face, Tyler Jones, squad leader, first class, is thinking one thing and one thing only. I'm going to miss the damn draft. So see how the action is started there. We want to know what's going to happen. We want to know why he's missing the draft. But there's lots of action happening at the same time, and the words are showing you that. We've also got a mysterious setting. So while that Aurora Rising sets up some mystery, this one, Ghost Bird, takes us into a different world. We're not sure whether it's real life or whether it's a fantasy or a dream or even just a daydream. Fire is the centre of our world. It's where everything happens: cooking, playing, laughing, family, story. Fire means so much more than just a bunch of burning carbon. I sit and watch the embers escape, propelled by hot air swirling upwards. They dance into the sky as the smoke moves steadily in one direction. My twin sister sits right in the way. And they follow on with a long discussion about fire and how important it is and how that's going to move the story. Another way is we have some really cool, engaging characters. Now, most of you will have seen these fabulous books. They use really interesting characters, funny characters to get it going. They also use pictures. So I've got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory here. And we start off with, here comes Charlie. There are 2 very old people that are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine, and we have pictures of them. This is my old edition. And then we have more pictures. This is Charlie. How do you do? And how do you do? And how do you do again? He is pleased to meet you. So we get introduced to the characters. That's quite an obvious way to do it. Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton do it in a very similar way with their Treehouse books, which you have not discovered. If you have not discovered yet, go read them. Hi, my name is Andy. This is my friend Terry. We live in a tree, which is a slightly absurd place to live. Well, when I say tree, I mean treehouse. And when I say treehouse, I don't mean any old treehouse. I mean a 13-story treehouse. So, what are you waiting for? Come on up and see how the ladder is inviting us to move into the story. That's a really interesting way to do a hook, is to use pictures as well as text and having some really interesting characters that we want to learn more about. The last one is a thematic statement. Now, this is a bit more confusing. We're going to introduce a theme. So Other Side of Summer introduces a theme here. Okay. The doorbell pierced the grim quiet of our house. Nobody moved. I knew this even though I couldn't see the others. Our house stirred and breathed with us like old places do. I imagine us fall freezing in our separate roosting spots. We, the Jackmans, were never called on unexpectedly anymore. This gives us a sense of foreboding. We know that something is going to happen here, and it's not going to be good. It's going to be a bit sad. This is a great book, by the way, by Emily Gale. Everyone should also read that as well. So I hope that's given you some ideas for hooks for your stories. What are you reading now, and what hook got you in with that?